Eyes by pair of wise dice, then attend to this heaven slice of an angel wrapped in skin. Throw dice and woes of life. Love deprived, look at her vibe. What's the meaning of life? One subjective paradise. Crystal chandeliers, moments reflected. Often mirrors appear quick, ready from ear to ear. Craving and raining and grain, rekindling the flame. Close as she draws near. Stay there, remove your underwear, shove it somewhere over there. In paradise, we know our purpose.
Boom. Hello, everybody, and welcome to this edition of the Unpopular Hour. Of course, I'm your host, Matt Clark. I tell you what, is anybody tired of this damn weather other than me? Because I'm telling you, it is just, I am so over it right now. I am really, truly over it. And my sinuses and everything are just beating me up to no end. Anyway, I hope everybody's having a fantastic day. Mine is so-so, just trying to do the show, get through it today, holler at my boys. I tell you what, last night there was some good stuff on TV sports-wise. Basketball was fantastic. Hockey was really, really good. Hockey's been good, really good this whole time, and I don't know how many people are actually hockey fans, but I've been watching more and more, and then, of course, tonight the Stars are trying to avoid to go down 3-0. They're trying to at least get one at home, unlike Drew's Canes, who lost the first two and then lost last night. And quite frankly, they should have won the game. I mean, I don't know. They couldn't score. I mean, they got some shots on goal. They had a couple good shots, but they just didn't go in, which happens. I mean, that does happen. But at the same time, the Florida, we'll talk about that later, but Florida did what they needed to do. I mean, this team, nobody saw this coming. They handled the Bruins with ease, I think. Which, I'm sorry, my nose is just, oh man, it's one of those days today. I'm just trying to get through this show. That's all I'm trying to do. And then, of course, the Lakers last night. Was watching it and was watching the game last night and just really, really, I mean, what's so funny is that people talk about LeBron and they tell, oh, we had 40. He had 31 and was unbelievable. It was old LeBron the first half. And then the second half, he was the LeBron that we see. He's old. He's older. He just doesn't have it. He was standing around there. Well, he played 48 minutes. He scored. He didn't need to be playing 48. He played maybe definitely played the first 24. But the first 8 minutes of the third quarter, he did nothing. And then what did he do at the end? Nothing. So anyway, here was the score last night. The Nuggets 113. Congratulations to the Nuggets, by the way, to their first NBA Finals. Beat the Lakers in LA 113-111. Nuggets swept the Lakers. The broom is out. And it was very frustrating because where was I at last night? I was at, where was I? And somebody was teasing me about there was a broom. I forget, where was I at? I was at Burn last night. I went to get a cigar. And my guy Josh was like, hey, he's not a Laker fan. And he's like, hey, there's the broom right there. I was like, shut up, man. There's a broom inside that door. I was like, man, get off me right now. But, LeBron, 40 points, to me, it's just like, I just don't get how people just go, oh, well, he's old, like Nick Wright making excuses. Look, he looked old. He played one half and then he was done. Now, he did have a good point. He was saying that the Lakers had been in playoff mode since after the trade deadline, which I think is more appropriate because they just ran out of gas. There's just no question. But then again, you've got LeBron, you've got AD. And Nelson Reese played out of his mind until he couldn't, until finally it was like they got enough tape on him, in the playoffs, and it's like, okay, you can't play. I mean, Nelson Reeves is a nice little story. But he didn't get drafted for a reason. Now, has he improved? No doubt. Was he the third best player on the Lakers team this playoffs? No doubt. But is he a top three player? No. He is a 10th, 11th, 10th, 9th, 10th player coming off the bench playing 6-man minutes. That's what he is. And it was very frustrating uh, to watch it because, I mean, they saw him and they attacked him immediately, just like they did with D'Angelo Russell. They attacked him immediately. Even the Nuggets, Bruce Brown was talking about, hey, we saw him attack him. He ain't gonna play defense. And everybody talks about, oh well, D'Lo is he's this great offensive player, and Lakers don't need that. Lakers needed somebody to score, and he couldn't score. He shot brick after brick, but the thing is this: is that when the bricks he shot were more highlighted because of when he was shooting them. That's what it is. Yeah, you can score a bunch of points if you shoot a bunch. I mean, like Russell Westbrook. Remember when he scored 40 points on Patrick Beverly? Oh, I had 40, and Beverly was like, on 32 shots. Because if I shot 32 times, I could score 42. So, but nobody ever talked about the 40 points. Just like last night, you talked about LeBron's 40. He had 31 points. He scored 9 points the second half. He didn't. This is my thing about LeBron. We talked about this about Jason Tatum, and I made this point about him. He doesn't have a go-to move when he needs a bucket because he's not used to having to need one because he can just barrel over everybody and drive to the basket, or he's gonna shoot a three. And they give me this. Oh, he's got more game-winning shots and more playoff. Well, he's played in more games than anybody else. First of all, second of all, I'm sorry, you young LeBron people. I'm sorry, my nose is just beating me up. I'm sorry, you LeBron people, but he's not the GOAT. What he is he's about stats. He's about numbers. He played long enough to get numbers. That's what he's done. He's played long enough to get numbers. Because when you look at him, he's about numbers. Greatest all time, this, da da da. Well, since he scored, went past Kareem, he has not been the same guy. And when you look at the Lakers, they have no support. Austin Reeves, good little player, but Austin, he's getting 6-man starter minutes when he shouldn't even be. He can't play that much. He should be getting at least maybe 8-9 minutes a game, 10. That's max. But is he getting the maximum out of what he has? Yes. Is he going to make some money? Yes. Is he a legitimate player? No, he's not. But the thing is now, everybody's played enough. They got a book on him now that he's playing. Guess what they're going to do? They're going to shut down a lot of that. And he's looking for fouls, crying, because that's what he did all year long. Go to the basket, run into people, try to get and ones. Because the NBA, there's no D. Very few guys. So he's done. Now, Hachimura, I mean, he's a good little player, but he's young. So what do you do with him? I think it finally, when you're out there having to play, what's my guy's name? LeBron's boy. Uh, Married to the Kardashian, dated them all, whatever his name is, Thompson. I'm just like, dude, you got him out there, you don't have Mo Bamba out there. I mean, if you got Tristan Thompson out there, you're hurting. So that bothered me. He can't play. Then, Lonnie Walker had his game in the last against the Warriors. He was done. He had his little series. These are role players who are role players trying to get out there and play starters minutes. You can't have role players trying to play starter minutes when they're not starters. When they're they're 8, 7, 8, or the 8, 9, 10 players on your roster trying to play 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 minutes. It's position minutes. It doesn't happen. And the Lakers finally ran out of gas. Now, I do agree with what Nick said about that, about the Lakers have been in playoff mode since then, trying to get in because they were so far behind and they had to they had to give so much energy and so much of mental toughness to get where they were. And they just ran out of gas. And LeBron clearly, after the first half, ran out of gas. But all you see is he had 40 in 48 minutes. What I see is he had 31 ridiculous first half. And the second half, he stood around and did nothing. He gave you nothing defensively. He gave you nothing offensively. He didn't rebound the basketball, which he doesn't do hardly anyway, any defensive rebound anyway, anymore. Hasn't done that for a while. But AD was non-existent, which we expected because it's an even, he only does odd games. He doesn't do even games. But the bottom line is the best take I've heard is they just flying and ran out of gas because they've been in playoff mode for 3 months. And that's a fact. That makes more sense because clearly after the first half, LeBron ran out of gas. There's no question. Because, coming through the basket, I'm like, why are you coming? You see the double team. There's no way he did not see Murray right there coming through the double team, but he's so used to just going through and powering right on through everything and looking for a foul or whatever, which he may or may not have gotten last night off Aaron Gordon. That's what he was doing. He has no go-to move. Jason Tatum doesn't have a go-to move. You have to get to a spot. What I teach there in my academy is players getting to a spot. You got to be able to get to a spot. Get to that spot and do what you need to do. That's what you have to be able to do. You have to be able to get to your spot. If you can get to your spot, then you can make things happen. But you have to get to your spot. He doesn't have a spot. And that was clear. Because he's not a closer like Jordan or Kobe or whatever. They might miss the shot, but they're going to get to their spot. You have to be able to understand where your spot is and how to get to it. You look at Jimmy Butler. Does anybody know where Jimmy Butler's spot is? He's going to take you right on the right side of the lane. He's going to dribble hard, and then he's going to pull up about 10, 15, 12 feet away and shoot a fadeaway from the baseline. That's Jimmy Butler's move, if you didn't know. And whenever he needs a bucket, that's where he goes to. But this is the thing. When you have your move and you perfect it, you can't stop it. KD, he's going to get you going one way, pull up and shoot, or cross you back over and go to the left, to the middle lane, to the elbow. That he's middle of the lane, middle of free throw lane to the wing. In that area, 12 to 15 feet. That's his. If I got to have a shot, that's where I go to. Now, he'll pull up and shoot a three on you. I'll pull up three. He'll come up and do that. But that's his go-to move. Every NBA player every great player has a go-to move. You got to understand, here's my move. Like Michael Jordan, he talks about the move that he put on, what's his name, in Utah. I knew what I was going to do, so I could go this way or that way, depending on where he was going to play me. But I knew what I could get to get my shot. And I remember one possession, LeBron sat there, he dribble. I think the score was, they were down 2. He dribble, and then passed the ball on the wing, and then all of a sudden, they tried to come up with a shot, didn't get anything. I'm like, okay, everybody expected you drive to them, you back up, and then you pass the ball. So you wasted 8 seconds. You should have gave the ball up early if you weren't going to drive to the basket. So anyway, what I'm saying, all I saw of LeBron was you had a great first half, which are the greatest of all time. I don't care about none of that. You didn't finish when it happened. If you go, having a first half is great, but if you don't finish the damn game, what good is it having a first half matter? But once again, LeBron's people have to give him an excuse. Everybody talks about Jordan at the end of his career. I agree. He had missed, 3 years, 4 years, and he came back. He was a shell of himself. But he felt he could still play, and he wanted to come back to see in his own mind if he could still go. That's what he did. LeBron knows he can't go, and he knows he ain't been able to go. But what LeBron want? I want the all-time scoring record. I want to sit here. I want to do this. I want to do that. That's what LeBron did. Okay? So to me, is he the greatest of all time? No, he's not. I don't change. Like I said, I've always said, Michael's the greatest of all time. Kobe is the most skilled player of all time. And LeBron is the best all-around player, which means I pass, you shoot, do whatever. He's the Swiss Army knife. Used to be Magic, but to me, he's a more athletic Magic, is what he is. Same height, whatever, just way more explosive, way more athletic than Magic was. That's where I put LeBron. But do I put him on my Mount Rushmore? No, I do not. I can't put him ahead of Kareem because everybody says Kareem uh, played 20 years. So did LeBron. Kareem was a center in an age where you got the crap beat out of you, but he was a center. He didn't do a whole lot. LeBron's game is attacking the basket like a bull in a china closet because he doesn't really have a jump shot, never has. He's gotten better at it 100%. But that's it. NBA games tonight, you got the Celtics and the Heat. The Heat are up 3-0, trying to close the Celtics out tonight at home, which I believe they will. The Celtics are, hopefully, they will give some sort of fight. Will they? I don't know. Hopefully they do. But I don't, excuse me, I don't know if they will. But we shall see. It's going to be a good game. I will be watching it if I'm awake. But I know that I'm going to be, I don't know if I'm actually going to be awake, but I'm going to try to be awake to watch that game tonight. But with my sinuses being, I'm pretty sure I'm going to take some Benadryl and pass out. And AC is right over there passed out himself. He's crashed. We both are. We're like, okay, this is one of those days. I think he's feeling my pain that I don't feel good. But anyway, my boy is just not doing well at all. So, that being said, in NBA news, Carmelo Anthony has officially retired after 19 years in the NBA. Has officially retired after 19 years in the NBA. That's a long ass time, That is a very long time for him to have played. Now, he hasn't played in quite some time, which I don't know why he didn't retire before that. He should have retired before that. I don't know why he didn't, but he should have retired before that. I believe. I think he should have, but he didn't. And I think that now LeBron's talking about considering retirement, which I don't. I think that was last night. Excuse me, everyone. Sorry about that. I had to blow my nose. I'm telling you, I'm cutting the show short today. And we'll get my guy Drew Henthorn and my other guy High Stake Harry. When they're gonna come on, we're gonna talk about some things, and then I'm gonna pass the hell out because I can't. Excuse me, guys. I tell you, I'm struggling right now. Anyway, Carmelo, I think, is trying. LeBron's considering retirement after this season, which, excuse me, which I believe that's part of him just being tired and being frustrated. And he knows that he did not show up to play last night. He knows that. He played a half in the wrong half. You should have 39 points the first half and 30 the second half. Jokic, 10 points the first half. What did he have? 20 something the second half. That's how you do it. But LeBron is just older. He has to have surgery. So now I see why Carmelo, they came in together. So it's almost like Carmelo was wanting to go into the Hall of Fame together with LeBron, which Carmelo is clearly going to be in the Hall of Fame. There's just absolutely no question about whether he is going to be in the Hall or not. And remember, if you got any questions or anything you want to talk about that is related to what I've said, go ahead and you can contact me at 405-551-8300. If you send a text, it will pop up, and I can see that you have texted me if you want to. That's 405-551-8300 if you have any questions that you want to talk about. And then I want to take this opportunity to thank, there's my guy, Drew Henthorn. What's up, bro?
Oh, man, just another day, another problem.
Oh,
how
man.
life is.
I know what you feel, man. This weather has just got me, dude. I'm done. I'm doing the show today, and I'm taking a Benadryl. Yeah, go ahead.
Woke up this morning to a cracked 22-inch rim and
what on the on the
nobody knows what happened. It's amazing.
Now, is this on your ride or is this on the Escalade?
Oh, well, if it was on my ride, I'd admit to it. So.
Oh.
We're not going to say any names. I'm just going to stay out of it and pay the piper.
Yeah, we're not going to say anything about the wife and how she did that, right? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah,
Are you saying we're not
I
going
didn't
to
say
play?
that. You said that, not me,
Yeah,
LeBron.
is that what you're saying? Oh, dude, did you hear my talk about LeBron, man? Come on,
I didn't.
dog.
I can only imagine it's probably the same thing I think.
Dude, I'm like, you know, they talk about he had 40. Dude, he had 31 in the wrong half. He had it the first half.
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
didn't have the second half when it counted. Jokic had 10 points the first half and 23, whatever it was. The second half,
Yeah.
LeBron had 31 and 9. He was non-existent. He
didn't shoot until 2 minutes left in the third quarter.
Yeah, I mean, I'm like, come on, man. He didn't do anything. He was just standing there. Now,
my whole grievance is the guy all series, all year long takes ill-advised threes, fall away threes, bad shot threes, and in the one moment they leave him wide open. I mean, wide open. Dude was 5 foot from him on top of the key with 4 seconds left, and he doesn't shoot, and he throws it out of bounds.
Yeah,
I mean, amazing. I like the whole series. You've been shooting bad threes. And then this guy backs off of you 5 feet, top of the key, wide open, and you decide not to shoot that one.
he dared you to shoot.
Dared him, and he wouldn't do it.
This is my thing. Like I said with LeBron, we've watched the demise of him since after Kareem. He passed Kareem's record. He is now, granted, his foot's hurt, so whatever. Yeah. Remember out in the Thunder game, the Thunder were handling him, giving him all he wanted in the Thunder. Yeah. You know, when he passed the record, I mean, the Thunder were giving him the business. I mean, they were giving him the business, and I don't know.
He just to me, and then of course he's got to deflect in the post game and act like he's going to retire. This guy is not retiring. He's going to ride the Lakers next year. He's going to leverage them for all they're worth, try to get them to put some pieces around him for one more year, and then he's going to retire, and then he's going to go play with his son. I mean, he's going to sit there and watch 14 USC games next year because his kid's going to be playing there.
Which his kid did on purpose so that the Lakers could see him play too.
Yep.
It was strategic.
Yep. And then he'll retire, then he'll unretire, and then he'll go play a year with his son, and that'll be that. And they'll be stuck holding the bag and with an old team that now they have no pieces. So we'll see.
Well,
I hope that they don't. I hope that they run it back with the team they have, and this is the team he put together. So
no. Rob Pelinka put this team together. He put the other team together.
I think they're going to get Kyrie. I think they'll get Kyrie, and I wouldn't be surprised if Draymond comes there. We'll see.
The thing is this. You've got Hachimura, what you're going to do with him. You got Reeves, what you're going to do with him.
Well, Reeves is going to garner 18, 19 million next year.
At least. Yeah.
Yep. I mean, so he's probably going to want a 4-year, 80 million, somewhere in around that neighborhood.
Well, knowing him, he probably wants 100 and something million, which he ain't going to get.
He ain't going to get that. But
no.
I mean,
well, they can't afford it.
Hachimura is probably somewhere around that same ballpark.
Yeah.
Probably 15,
17. You got, you remember you got, who else is there? Oh my God, that Malik Beasley. You got to figure out what you're going to do with Beasley. You got to figure out what you're going to do with Jared Vanderbilt. You got to figure out what you're going to do with him.
I think Vanderbilt's fate was handled last night. A DNP on a closeout game. I mean, he didn't even play.
He didn't play.
That tells you right there he ain't going to be there next year.
And they played Tristan Thompson. I was like, you didn't play Mo Bamba? He didn't get off the bench? You put Tristan Thompson.
And Bamba might be one that they try to keep.
Well, to me, I think you keep Mo Bamba, you keep Reeves, you keep Hachimura, you keep Vanderbilt, Beasley, and Jones. Okay, you keep that group. Then you can add your Kyrie, and then you got LeBron and AD if you want to keep AD or whatever. But I think
They're really going to need a rebounder. They're going to need a small forward or a power forward rebounder because they got their ass kicked on the glass in the second half. I mean, that first 7 minutes of the basketball game, the Nuggets basically said, okay, now we're going to start playing, and basically just dominated the Lakers on the offensive boards. I think they had 7 offensive boards in the first 6 minutes of the third quarter.
Well, and LeBron was just standing there. You had AD on the boards, and that was it.
Yep.
And you got, Reeves, he was out of a spot 2 or 3 times. I'm like, what the hell are you doing? The shot goes up and you stand there and watch, and your guy goes right by you and goes to rebound. The hell are you doing?
Yep.
And like I said, Drew, he's a 8 or 9, 10 player now. He didn't used to be one of those, but now he's probably an 8, 9, or 10.
Yep.
Playing
I mean, he's not a starter.
But he's playing 6-man minutes.
You know what? He was the second best player on the Lakers' last 2 games of playoffs. There's no doubt in my mind, I thought.
Well, see, my deal with him is they exposed him defensively and offensively.
Yeah.
What he does is he can't guard.
Quick of foot.
He can't guard. He can't guard.
No.
And they exposed him. And
but he's aggressive, and he's going to give you effort.
But Drew, this is the thing. He's looking to get fouls, to go to the foul line. That's what he looks for. And in the playoffs, they're not giving to. He was in there crying last. I said, bro, this is the playoffs. You're not going to get that little bump. Then I don't know how many wide open little 8-footers he missed doing that third quarter run.
Yep.
He missed it.
Well, and another thing is I think he felt like he had to go create a shot.
I agree.
LeBron wasn't doing anything.
No. I'm saying I agree with you. He felt it. Schroeder felt it. Who else was shooting? Hachimura. I'm like, dude, why are all these guys shooting when your 2 stars aren't even touching the damn ball?
Not even trying.
I mean, they're just standing there on the side, and these guys are looking at him. And then at the end of the game, when LeBron drove to the basket, backed up like he's going to take somebody, and then passes the ball off with 4 seconds left. Like, really? Are you kidding me?
It was.
It was
bad.
Like I said last night, the goat my ass.
I'm glad it's over.
I'm tired, but you know what though, Drew? I will say that Nick Wright made a comment that I completely agree with. That makes total sense. The Lakers have been in playoff mode since after the draft, after the All-Star, since after that.
I agree with that.
They've been in playoff mode, and they just LeBron and AD flat ran out of gas after the first half. LeBron he ran out of gas. And I'm like, why is he even put him on the bench for 3 or 4 minutes? But they felt like they couldn't put him on the bench. But I'm like, he might as well be. He's the Eiffel Tower.
Yeah.
He's the Statue of Liberty. He ain't doing nothing.
They got beat by better. Denver's a better team.
No question. Deeper.
The Denver role players absolutely dominated the Lakers role players. You had
absolutely.
Porter and KCP. Which I'm happy for KCP. Yep. I always liked him.
Well, remember, the only reason why he's not a Laker is because of LeBron.
Yep. And he killed him.
Yeah, he did. All series.
Yep. I don't know. I think that they could make another run if they get the right pieces around him. But
how are you about Kyrie?
I think that's what they need. I think they need another guy that can create a shot. I think he can handle the ball. He can shoot. He plays a little bit of defense. I mean,
and allow LeBron to take the 25 games off that he needs.
Yeah, exactly.
25 games off.
LeBron can go sit in Mexico and watch his kid play basketball or whatever he's doing.
Well, that's what I'm saying. He can play 25 games. Take 25 games off. Kyrie and AD can handle it. Then AD can take 25 games off and LeBron and Kyrie, because it's like, to me, they're giving Kyrie a hard time for doing what he does. That's what he does. He scores.
Mm-hmm.
And now you're saying he's taking the ball out of Luka's hands? Well, what did you expect him to do?
Yep.
That's Kyrie.
They need a scorer. I mean, they got to have somebody.
They need somebody who can score. They need somebody to get him a bucket. Somebody who can get him a bucket all the time. Not like Reeves, who can get him a bucket sometimes. Not like Schroeder, who can get him a bucket sometimes. Hachimura sometimes.
Schroeder won't be there next year. D'Angelo Russell won't be there next year.
Yeah, D'Angelo's like, oh man, I wanted to. Dude, if you're the scorer that you say you are, you shoot a lot of damn bricks. So if you're a scorer, that means that if you're averaging 26, you're shooting 18 times to get 26 points. Or 20 times.
$36 million for that effort he put forth in in the playoffs.
Yeah, but
That's terrible.
remember though, that's the Warriors.
I know. I'm just saying it. That guy's getting paid $36 million a year. That's an absolute joke.
I agree 100%. 100% on that. That's just, it was a very lackluster effort. I mean, they did it for half, and it was all LeBron, no question.
Yep, it was.
And then the second half, it was all LeBron less.
Yeah. I mean, I was with you when you texted me. He waited until 2 minutes left in the third quarter to take a shot.
I mean, I'm like, what are you he was standing there, Drew, standing there. And these guys are looking at him, wanting to pass the ball, and he's just standing there, don't have his hands up. He's just standing there.
Yeah.
And so these guys are, okay, well, I'll go ahead and take a shot. And, and let's face it, Schroeder and Reeves and Hachimura, they tried, okay? They tried to go get a basket because clearly AD and LeBron weren't interested in trying to score, clearly. But you're asking guys who can't do something to play better than what they are capable of playing, like Lou Dort with the Thunder. You don't need Lou Dort trying to go score. Lou Dort can't go score and get buckets. But he's like, well, if y'all don't want to, I will. Somebody's got to. That was their attitude last night. So you got to give your props to the role players at least trying. At least trying. So that being said,
I think Michael Porter made some money this series.
Well, he was always going to make money. They were going to have to pay him. That's no doubt. Or somebody's going to have to. Well, we're going to take this opportunity to thank our sponsors, Collaborative Logic. If you have any needs for any computers or any software to be written to make your office run smoother or any website design, they are the people to go to. And one of my favorite things with these guys is they can remote in and fix any problem that you got without you having to go see them or them coming to you, which, as far as I've got to go see them because what I need to do. They got to do it themselves. They got to have my whole system to do it. SRB, if you have any engineering, surveying, or planning, talk to my guy Mark Long over at SRB. Our guy Jose Fierro, if you have any needs for any rocks or dirt to be moved, when it becomes dry enough to move it, he doesn't move mud. He removes dirt.
That's about all there is right now. It was mud.
That's all there is right now. It's just mud. And then, of course, Greg and Max Nafee at Nafco sponsoring everything that I do and taking care of me like they always have in anything that I try to do. They are sponsors. YNB, family owned and operated since 1912.
The bank that makes things happen.
Yes, they do. They're an equal housing lender, and they're a member of the FDIC. And they are a sponsor for us to go out and do remote live streams, which we would have done today, but it was raining like a mother when we were going to go do the show a little while ago down here where I live. So I'm like, yeah, we're not doing that. You can pre-qualify online at www.ynbok.com. That's www.ynbok.com. And like I said, want to thank them for sponsoring us for the women, minority, and black-owned businesses for us to do our remote live streams there. You can go into the banks because they are a personal bank. Go in and see the guys over at the main bank at 401 M in downtown Yukon. And or you can go see the guys at YNB over at the east location, which is the Yukon Parkway and 66, YNB Mustang, 218 North Mustang Road, YNB Parkway, which is off Garth Brooks Boulevard, and I-40, just south of I-40 there off Garth Brooks Boulevard. And then YNB Peoples, which is on 23rd between MacArthur and Rockwell. Oh man,
bless you,
dude! I'm telling you, the struggle is real today. This weather is just And then of course, DT Construction and Consulting. You can contact them at 405-209-4051. That's 405-209-4051, or you can email them at dtconstruction2015@outlook.com. That's dtconstruction2015. at Outlook, and they can go do your roof. If you got a leak, they can come plug it or anything like that, you guys. And what else you guys do, Drew?
Man, we cover all the gamut. We do service, we do roofing, we do small construction projects. Let us come take a look at it. No job's too small. We like to help everybody out. So, like I said, if you got something needs fixed out there, you got a barn needs looked at, you got a roof needs looked at, you got doors that need replaced, just let us know.
Yep, and you got to remember, these guys are respectful, local, and they are loyal, and which means if there's something wrong, they will actually answer their phone. They'll actually come out and fix something if
we
they
will.
did it. They'll actually. I know that's a shock to people, but they will actually. You can reach them. Okay, like a lot of people you can't reach, you can actually reach these guys. So yeah, contact DT Construction and Consulting, especially with this weather coming up at 405-209-4051.
Always remember free inspections.
Free inspections, guys. Free inspections. You can hook these guys. Will be more than happy to take care of you on that. So I tell you what. Oh yeah, I forgot. Let me do this, Drew. My basketball camp is coming up, so let's go ahead and talk a little bit about that. Man, if I can just find it. I mean, my struggle is so real today, man. I'm just
First and second from 8 to noon at Santa Fe Life and Health Center. Second grade to sixth grade, is it right?
Yeah, seventh grade. Yeah.
Second to sixth.
Yeah, it's
seventh. So
seventh.
If you're enrolling in the seventh grade, so second grade to seventh grade.
Yep, it's Thursday and Friday. Next week. It's a week from this Thursday at 8 a.m. to noon. You can Venmo me or Cash Out me. Whatever checks are accepted as well. Preferred Venmo or Cash Out because it's just easier, and I don't have to go to the bank and you don't have to drive anywhere. I kind of like it. But Santa Fe Family Life Center.
Send me your Venmo because I think Amelia is going to come join you.
All right. Oh, that'll be fun.
Yeah.
That'll be fun. She'll enjoy it. She'll enjoy it. She'll have a good time, and it'll be fun. And then, of course, the second annual OU Pie in the Face. As Kat says, if I've ever wronged you, donate to help me get OU pied in the face. I don't know what she mean wrong. I don't wrong people. I might talk a lot of trash. But that is next Saturday, June 3rd at 8 p.m. at Kat's Tavern. All proceeds, of course.
You know how those Sooner fans get. They wear their feelings on their shoulders.
Well, Drew, they're not gonna raise the money. Last time we raised $2,500. Our goal is $5,000, so we can buy. We're gonna buy. What we're doing is we're buying like 2 wheelchair treadmills, some weighted medicine balls, which have the handles on them, because we do have medicine balls there, but these kids need the hand. We only have 2 ones with the handles on them, which allows them to do stuff more balanced. And then instead of the dumbbells, they use weighted bars. They still have the same weight as the dumbbells, but they're bars. That way they can keep themselves more balanced. So anyway, that's always a good deal. And so we're excited about that. Now, Drew, dude, I mean, who are you? What have you turned into? Are you the guru right now? I mean, you are killing us on HuskerDrewPicks.com.
Well, yeah, I had a little off night last night, although I called that Laker game exactly how I thought.
Yeah, you did.
I said it'd be close all game and it'd go over, and it pushed. It hit right on 224. They didn't score the last minute and 38 seconds of the game, so that was a little crushing blow. But I had everything else all right. But baseball went okay. Your Dodgers nipped my Braves yesterday.
I was going to tell you that. I was going to say that.
The mentor destruction continues. I don't know how he's a payroll bandit right now, dude. I seriously don't know how he's even on the team. He's gone from closer to 5th inning middle relief, and he's still giving up home runs. So hopefully the Dodgers put him to AAA last night.
Yeah,
that's all I can hope that comes out of that.
Drew, but 8-6. That's a lot of runs from those 2 teams. They're ranked 1st and 2nd in the National League. Dodgers 2nd, Braves 1st.
4-0 too. The Dodger killer came up big again last night. Go up 4-0, and Minter just couldn't hold the lead. So it's tonight though. You got Strider on the mound, and the Dodgers are pitching a rookie out of Double-A ball. So
yeah, but he
might
was
be a little bit different story.
Yeah, what was he, the 29th overall pick a few years ago, or 28th pick or something like that a couple years ago?
Yeah. Which it's always tough. A lot of times in these games, if you don't have any film on anybody, and you don't really know how they're going to react when the lights come on and the big show starts. So you know what you're going to get out of Strider. He's going to come bury it with a 98-mile-an-hour fastball and a sinker. So we'll see what happens tonight. Dodgers absolutely lit it up last night. Martinez 4 for 4. The Trader went 3 for 5 and a 3-run home run. So that killed us.
Yeah, it did. Well, tonight you've got the Heat -1. So you think that the Heat going to close them out tonight? And
I do. I think Boston's done. I think Boston's got a lot of inner strife going on.
No, it looks like it, doesn't it?
Now the whole deal about the coach getting fired is coming up, and how the team wasn't on board with it, and how they it's been dissension for so long. It sounds like a lot of excuses are being made to me.
Yeah.
But I think they get closed out. I think they'll keep it close in the first quarter.
Yep.
I think they'll come out with some fire, and probably have the lead at the end of the first quarter, but I think they're done.
Then you're taking the over 105 at the half.
Yeah, I think for the only chance Boston has, they got to score. They have to score. If they sit back and try to play a defensive match with the Heat, they're going to get pummeled again, which I think they're going to get pummeled anyway. But I think they've got at least. I think you'll see them go balls out tonight.
They have to, don't they, Drew?
They have to. Yeah, they have to. Which I think that Boston minus the 1 point in the first quarter is probably a good bet, and that over in the first quarter is probably a good bet.
Yeah.
But I think when it's all said and done, Boston folds in the fourth quarter. Miami gets them. They keep on poking the bear too. I don't know what Jaylen Brown. I mean, how many times?
No. Well, what about what's his name? Grant Williams. What was he doing? Jimmy, you see him? Jimmy Butler just laughed. Like, come on, man, really?
Yeah.
You a scrub,
Grant
bro.
Williams.
He looked at him like you make 1-3. You a scrub. He just laughed.
And I'm of the opinion. I honestly think Miami will give Denver all they want. That is a different animal. Denver. Miami's going to play a little bit different. They're going to slow it down. It's going to be an interesting series.
Well, this is the difference. The difference when Miami's role players can play, and now they're on a roll. You know what they remind me of? They remind me of the Florida Panthers. You know what I'm saying?
They remind me a little bit of the Raptors. The Raptors won it.
Yep.
Kind of that same style. That just ugly it up. Get it to the fourth quarter, and then go to your moneymaker, which back then was old boy that's with the Clippers now. Which name escapes me.
I know who you're talking about. Kawhi Leonard. Kawhi Leonard. Who should have stayed with San Antonio, but whatever.
Yep. So I think there's a lot of similarities in those two teams.
Got hot at the right time.
And we'll see what happens. I wouldn't put it past the Heat to take that all the way out to a 7-game series. Won't shock me.
No, I wouldn't either. Then, of course, you're taking the Braves tonight over the Dodgers, and the money line at minus 205.
Yeah, that's a big line too. That's 2-1. I mean, over the second best team in Major League Baseball, probably. But,
yeah.
But again, they're bringing up a Double-A guy tonight in Atlanta. Strider's on the mound. I'd be shocked if the Braves don't bounce back tonight.
Yeah, and handle that. Then, of course, you're taking the Phillies minus 133 on the money line.
Yeah, Phillies have been on a nice little run lately. They're starting to get healthy. Their bullpen's starting to pitch a little better, and so they just started off so bad. They really don't have any choice but to kind of try to kick it in gear, and if not, they're going to get left behind before June in that division.
Yep. Then you got the Marlins and the Rockies. Man, it's in never mind. It's in Colorado. Of course it's over.
It's at the launching.
Of course it's over. Over 11.5. That's funny. Then you got the Rangers.
And the Marlins
Is that what, Drew? Go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, I was like in the Rangers and Pirates.
The Marlins don't have a whole lot of pitching.
Yeah, they don't. Then, of course, the Rangers and the Pirates. You're doing over that? In Pittsburgh, 8.5, isn't that?
Keep giving me the Pirates too, and that plus money. I mean, I'll just keep on taking it.
What are you now with Pittsburgh? 11-2 betting on them, or 13-3 or something stupid betting on them?
It's something crazy.
It's insane, dude.
I'm waiting for Vegas to catch up. I don't know what's going
on. Well, why would you wait on them? You keep making money off of them. Don't wait on them. Let them keep doing what they're doing. I guess they figure eventually, the odds are going to come their way. I guess that's the way they look at it. Then, of course, the Padres and the Nationals, you're taking the under 8 on that one, minus 105.
Yeah. Padres, if they could just get a base hit, they'd be winning a bunch of these games. But they're pitching. I think they're only giving up on team ERA of like 3.35. So if I'm seeing anything over 8, I'm taking the under in the Padres.
Yeah, all day long. And then, of course, my Stars. You're taking my Stars tonight on the money line, 145. You think they're going to get it done?
Well, I tell you, I hope. I'm damn hockey's killing me. We need High Stick Harry to help us out with something.
Well, he sent me a bunch of.
I went with the Canes last night, and they blew. And it went under, and I'm hoping the Stars tonight. I'm for everybody and anybody around here that's Stars fan, you included. I hope they win and make a series out of it.
Well, I want my Stars to win because Florida, they need some time to cool off. This other series need to go longer to give them a time to wait around and get some of that heat off of them so they can get beat. That's what I think.
Well, yeah, I mean, if not, you're gonna have two sweeps in NBA most likely, and two sweeps in the NHL if the Stars don't win tonight.
But the difference is the NHL games have been way more competitive than the NBA games.
Well, and I thought the Laker games were very competitive. They just didn't have what it took to close it out.
Yeah, but what I'm saying, Drew, is that in the hockey games it's 2-1. It's 1-0. It's 3-2 in double overtime, triple overtime, 4 overtimes in the case of your Canes. NBA, these guys in the last 2 minutes, they're folding. Lakers folded. Last 2 minutes of almost every game.
Last night, I was watching the Canes and
the Panthers.
The Panthers on the small TV, and that was a physical hockey game.
Boy, they were. Well, quite frankly, your Canes, man, they had some shots. Hey, what's up, line change, Ben Hill? What's up, bro? I was gonna, right. But the Canes had opportunities. They just didn't take advantage of them.
Yep.
Don't you think, Ben?
How long were they in an open net there at the end? I know that people that had the 1.5 puck line, they couldn't get an open net goal.
No, they're dying.
Oh,
yeah. 3 minutes. They went like 3 minutes with an open net.
It was unbelievable.
Yeah. Guys were getting off the ice, breaking all their sticks. They were not happy.
No, Drew, hey, Ben, all I said is this Canes, how many shots did they have converted last night, Ben? It had great looks, and old boy was just a beast. And he's the one that's the best the goalkeeper.
Bobrovsky, Big Bob.
He's the best, isn't he?
Yeah, about 3 years ago, they gave him a contract for about $10 million a year, and everybody was wondering why in the heck, that was going on. And now everybody's kind of seeing it. I mean, he kind of blew it the last couple of years, but this year he's earning his paycheck.
Dude,
I think he stopped 110 out of the last 111 shots he's had faced against him.
Yeah, he's insane.
He's on fire right now. Yeah. There's not much you can do. He hasn't allowed more than 2 goals in the last 8 games. He's just shutting the door. I mean, the Canes are doing everything right. I mean,
everything
it's
right.
got to be devastating, demoralizing, just when you're doing it. I mean, absolutely everything right.
I'm telling you, it's because they don't have baby blue uniforms.
I know. You got to put that in the notes.
I did not like the whites they had on last night. I didn't like that uniform. I don't know what.
I didn't realize that the Canes play in Raleigh. So that explains everything. I mean, they're in Raleigh. That's why they're red and black.
That's why they're red, yep.
So
yep, and then, I mean, Kachuk again for
the – No, it's not.
I mean, Kachuk for the Panthers last night, he got another point. I mean, he got an assist. He's playing with them. I don't think he has a broken hand, but he's injured. He's been playing through it.
He talks a lot of trash, too.
Yeah, he does.
Talks a lot of trash.
I'll tell you, Ben. I'll tell you, man. We were watching the game last night, and we're watching Lakers, but we're mainly watching hockey. I went to 74 last night and had dinner.
Yeah.
And, me and this other guy were sitting there, man. We were talking about the hockey game because you had the Lakers game on one end and you had the hockey game on the other. And I want to say in the third quarter, I watched more hockey than I did
that game went basketball. Up and down a little bit, that basketball game.
Well, I'm talking about the third quarter.
Much more pleasure watch because I damn sure didn't watch Lakers blow a 15-point lead in 6 minutes.
It was brutal, dude. It was absolutely brutal. I will admit that. I mean, but for all you guys talking about, we are talking about the Canes last night. The Panthers went up 3-0 against the Canes last night. Is what we're talking about in the game last night. What a game it was, though. Do you not agree, Ben? I mean, physical.
Oh, it was great.
It was a great game.
Oh yeah, these two teams are mean. They're battling. The defensemen for the Panthers are big, bearded. I mean, they're running around out there hitting everything that moves. Guys are diving and blocking shots. You see guys jumping in front of everything, making sure that puck doesn't get through. They'll take a broken wrist or whatever. They don't care, as long as that shot doesn't get through.
Yeah,
but it was a great game. I mean, that's playoff hockey. That's what we're looking for.
Yeah, that's what it is. And then of course tonight, my Stars hosting the G Knights. The G Knights are up 2-0, and it's on ESPN and ESPN Plus. I saw that, Ben. I was like, wow, on ESPN and ESPN Plus, complete coverage by the network.
Yeah, they'll be doing it all. They'll be doing it pretty good. I do like TNT's coverage a little bit better, just like with the personalities they got. But ESPN will still do a great job.
Dude, how about the great one doing what? When did they bring him on? Has he always been on?
They signed him this last season, right whenever Turner got that contract. Wayne was part of the deal. They actually had Charles Barkley get a hold of Wayne Gretzky, and he went and sat down, and they had a couple drinks, and he asked him. They played around the golf, and he asked him if he'd come on to Turner. So he ended up signing. I think he only signed for about 20 games this year, but then he signed for I think like 5 or 6 playoff games. So yeah, he's just helping out, trying to help grow the game.
I would say he lost a golf match to Barkley. But
I don't think he lost the golf match.
Not Wayno. Yeah.
I don't think.
I know Chuck's back up to. I think he's like an 8 handicap now. He's back up to right around the low 80s.
Yeah, he went to Hank Haney, Tiger's old golf coach, and he's he got the hitch out, but as he should. If you got millions of dollars and you're retired, basically, why would you not pay some guy a bunch of money to learn how to play better, especially since you're playing in pro-ams all the time?
Exactly, yeah. And that game tonight will be pretty good. That Stars Knights game, I expect that one to be another big physical game. That arena there in Dallas it gets green. I don't know if you've seen those home games.
It's green, bro. It is solid green.
Yeah. So it'll be good. And I know the Stars, they always do this thing where where the Vegas team will be coming out tonight at the guest locker rooms. They always line up all their they have these ice girls, which are their dancers, and they all spray them full of perfume, and then they can stand right there.
I like it.
Yeah, they a little bit of eye candy, trying to get them take their mind off it a little bit.
It doesn't work, but it doesn't work. I can tell y'all right now, it doesn't work.
Maybe in the minor leagues.
That didn't work. That didn't work. That didn't work up there, bro. It does not work.
Like if you're playing right field for the Toledo Mud Hens, that might work.
Yeah, it might be. Yeah, here we go. Yep.
Yeah, but do you like the Stars tonight, Ben?
I think they got to win one. I'm just nervous. I think the Knights are so freaking deep right now. Their 4 lines are rolling like crazy. You can't really stop them. The Stars kind of have 3 lines that are going, and one that's kind of a little bit of a broken a spoke on the wheel. So to say there. So I mean, I'm trying to. I think Otter's going to have a great game. I think it's going to be close again. I think it's going to be another 1-goal game, and I am going to put my money on the Stars tonight. But I don't know and that's also because I'm a little bit biased. So that's where my heart's at a little bit too. So, but I'm going to take them.
I tell you, when they're screaming Dallas Stars, they just, I mean, and it's solid green, dude.
Rocking. If Dallas gets a power play goal tonight, I do think they win the game. So I think that'll be the big tell tonight because that's been their savior all playoffs long. They've been getting goals in and around the mixer in front, and everything's been going well there. So as long as they can keep that going, I think they got it. Yeah, well, and they need it.
I'm looking forward to it. I'm all pumped and all ready for it. I tell you that. We did not get to it yesterday, so we're going to go on and get to it today. That AFC North, my goodness. I mean, is that not going to be the toughest division, you guys, over the AFC West with the Ravens and the Bengals and the Steelers and the Browns? Don't y'all think it's a tougher division in the West?
Yeah. Probably right about the same.
Well, Drew, because I'm saying, do you think the Browns or the Raiders are tougher?
Browns for sure. We talked about this. I think Raiders going to be one of the worst teams in football this year.
Yeah. So anyway, the Ravens.
I got to step out of the car real quick.
Okay, go ahead. The Ravens today, Ben. Okay, at the Titans. What do you think? Or excuse me, the Titans at home.
Titans at home against the Ravens. I do like the Ravens there.
Then, excuse me, man. Then at the Bengals for week 2.
Yeah, it's going to be an L.
Okay, so that's 1-1. Colts at home.
That's a win for me. That's 2-1.
Yep.
I think that Colts team's going to be pretty weak.
At the Browns.
I think they're going to split with them. I'll just give it a win there, and I'll count the next one as an L.
Okay. Steelers at Steelers.
I think they're going to split with them as well, so I'll count this one as a win and do the next one as an L. 4-1.
Okay. 4-1. Titans at home. On the road, excuse me.
They play Titans on the road twice?
Excuse me. Why do I have that on there? They have.
Oh, you're good.
I got the first one has to be wrong then because they play the Titans in London.
Okay, so yeah, there you go. Yeah, so I'll keep the same. So it'll be 4-1 going into the Lions game.
Yeah. Okay. Then you got. The Lions at home. Who do you like? Who do you like?
I'll take the Ravens there too. 5-1.
Really, you think they can get that done, man?
I mean, you got everything's coming
5
back.
and 1 is going to be really tough, but
It's going to get worse.
they have
they
the
have a
first
nice schedule.
By the way, the first game is Houston at home.
They'll win that one too.
The Texans. It should be Texans instead of Titans. I just misspelled it.
Okay, I got you.
Okay, so it's
6
still
and 1.
6 and 1. Yeah. Then at the Cardinals,
you got to give them a win there. 7 and 1.
Seattle.
Loss.
Geno's Pizza had to come and give them an L on that, huh?
Yep.
And then the Browns lost.
7 and 3. Yep.
The Bengals, that's a win.
I think that's a loss as well. I'm gonna give that a 7 and 4.
Then at Chargers.
I think they lose that as well. 7 and 5.
Rams home.
They'll win that.
At Jags.
They'll lose that, so they're 8 and 6.
Yep. Niners.
Lose
at
that.
Niners.
8 and 7.
Dolphins.
Lose that.
Wow.
8. And then they lose this one because they split with the Steelers. So I think they close out 8 and 9.
Yeah. See, I had them winning the Texans, losing at the Bengals, beating the Colts, losing the Browns and Steelers, beating the Titans, beating the Lions, beating the Cardinals, beating the Seahawks, beating the Browns, beating the Bengals, losing the Chargers, beating the Rams, and losing, beating the Jaguars, losing to the Niners, and beating the Dolphins and Steelers at home. I had them 11 and 6 is what I had them being.
That's very generous.
I had them
I think the back end. I think Lamar's going to get hurt about week 10.
Well, that was my only issue.
Yep.
I looked at it earlier, and I got the Ravens at 11 and 6.
Yep, that's what I said. But I
got him at 8 and 9.
Well, the problem is Drew. He doesn't think Lamar's going to make it all the way through. That's what he's saying. So
I do. Hell, he took 2 years off. He should be fine.
Yeah.
God, dang. That was only 10 games, man. That's only not quite a year. Not quite a year.
Felt like 2 years.
Yep, and then of course, the Bengals. Their first game is at the Browns.
That's a win.
That's a win.
At the Ravens at home.
Ooh.
That's a win.
Yep,
I'll give him a win, but that's going to be a tight one. That'll be a hell of a ball game.
Yep. Rams at home.
Win.
That's a win.
At the Titans.
That's a loss.
That's what I got.
I got him losing this one as well.
Okay. At the Cardinals.
Win.
Geno's Pizza will be delivering.
Boy, I tell you what, Geno's Pizza. I may put a little money on Geno's to make it to the bowl.
Yep. So what do you think? That's a win, though.
In that Geno's Pizza.
That's a win, though, don't you think?
Probably. Where's it at?
At home.
Oh, in Cincinnati. I'll give them the win.
Yeah, same here.
If they were doing dining at Geno's Pizza, I may have to take Geno's Pizza.
Mm-hmm.
Then at the Niners. Yeah. Then at the Niners.
That's a loss.
Yeah,
that's a loss as well. Yeah.
Depending on who's quarterback for the Niners at the time, we'll see.
Niners will get that done. They're loaded. They're going to be ready to go. Bills at home.
Ooh, that's going to be a good one.
Boy, Bills at home. I'll give them a win just because that's a big time game for them.
Remember what they did to the Bills, though. That's my thing.
It'll be the first time that they played the Bills since
DeMar.
the goddamn near died on the field.
Yep, and remember, this game will be on Sunday night. That'll be a Sunday night game, too.
There's going to be a lot of coincidence on that.
Yeah, it will. So what's that, 5 and 2?
Yep.
Is that right? It's 5 and 2, right? 3,
I got
6 and 2.
I got
6 and 2.
I got mine at 6 and 2.
6 and 2. Texans at home.
Win.
It's a win, yeah, 7-2.
At the Ravens.
I think that's a win.
Ooh,
that's a loss. That's a loss right there. Steelers at home.
It's a win.
Yeah, at home, that's a win, yeah.
Okay. At the Jaguars.
That's a loss.
Yep.
Ooh, that's 4 losses. Colts at home.
Win.
Win as well.
Vikings to be determined, but it's going to be at home.
That's a win.
Well, because remember they're doing the flex schedule thing. So and we'll talk about that.
They're going to do that. Thank goodness.
Yeah, I agree too, because who wants a Thursday night game or Monday night games that sucks?
Cleveland Browns and the Raiders play.
No, nobody
I just
was.
got tired of all the good games being at noon. I can't watch them. At least spread one out. Like, give me like at least a little bit of something.
Well,
like, or, you know,
Drew, did you hear what your boy Jerry Jones said?
What did he say?
Your boy Jerry basically said that he goes, we only have 7% of people who come to one game. Basically, is what he's saying. We don't really care about them. That's basically what Jerry said.
we don't care about the rest of them.
Yeah, he said we care about the
Yeah.
people who come to games on a consistent basis, and they won't be upset
Yeah.
about that. And it's not like they're going to not give them enough notice that they can change
No.
out. So it ain't that big of a deal. But I think I agree with the flex thing. It sounds good to me.
And most Dallas fans are within about a 200 to 300 mile radius of the stadium, so they can get there in a couple hours.
Yeah, if
Majority
they
of the people that go to the games.
right, if they change it from Monday to Thursday, or Thursday to Sunday, it's 3 days. It doesn't really, whatever.
Yep.
Nobody's gonna really
Yep.
matter. Especially if it's gonna be a good game, people are gonna want. They're gonna be there anyway, no matter what. They're gonna be there anyway, whether it's a Thursday, Monday, or Thursday, Saturday. Those people are gonna be there anyway. It doesn't really matter for Dallas fans, at least. Then at the Steelers.
Ooh, I'm gonna give that a win. Or I'm gonna give
They're
that a
not going
loss.
to move big game to a Thursday short week. That game means too much.
I'm gonna lose a loss. I'm gonna use a loss there at Steelers.
I agree.
Man, I don't know about
and
that.
of course,
Give them a win. I think
that
they
is-
sweep the Steelers.
That's the Saturday before Christmas.
Yep.
Then on Sunday, the 31st, which is New Year's Eve, at the Chiefs, 325.
That'll be a hell of a
That's a
game.
loss.
At
Yeah, it's a loss as well, but
Barrowhead. At Barrowhead. Well,
Yep.
they need to leave that alone. That was dumb. Their coach needs to let them know, hey, don't run your mouth.
Don't poke the bear.
Leave them alone. Okay. Then the Browns at home the last game.
That's a win.
That's a win.
Yep. Now, being
I guess depending, unless they're going to the playoffs and they're up by 4 games, they might.
I think
sit
I
a
got
couple
them
guys,
4
but
losses. I think I got them 13-4.
I have them 12-5.
I had 12-5 as well.
Yep. And then my thing is this, though. I was looking at, Ben, your over under your Ravens is 10.5. So you're saying the Ravens are going to be under. That's what you're saying.
Yeah, I'll be scared they won't make the playoffs. It'll be close.
That's a little harsh,
boy.
isn't it?
That
I
is
think-
harsh. I got them making the playoffs
Yeah.
pretty easily.
I do too, and
Yeah.
I have them over. I have them 11 wins, but you have 9. But you're a fan, so you
I'm
whatever
just
you
scared
think.
they're gonna them and the like.
Sounds like a
besides,
little bit
I
of
think
sandbagging to me. Sounds like you got a lot of sandbagger in you.
I think the Bengals will crush every team in that division. I think the other ones will all just beat each other up. I think they'll go 1-1 against
Yep.
each other. So
Then 11.5 on your spread is the over under for the Bengals.
yeah, I got 12 wins there. So
Me
I
too.
got over that. I got over 11.5.
yeah, you had 13, I believe.
Yeah, I got 12 wins.
Yep.
But I just think 13 wins
So
is a lot of
we all
wins.
took the over, so that means take the under.
Yep.
Yep.
Is that what that means?
Yeah,
and
on
then
the other
Yeah,
side,
that's the old added age of Vegas. If everybody takes it at the other side, or if it looks too good to be true, it probably is.
yeah. Well, I can say this, dude. I'm looking forward to the season. It's going to be. I think it's going to be outstanding. I think this football season is going to be good, but
I need a summer break from the Dallas Cowboys. I'm not gonna lie. I need my 4 months away from that shit show.
yeah.
Yep.
Well,
I
how many?
understand
The
that.
question is, how many parties are you going to have at the house this year?
Probably 5.
Yeah, because we pulled up, we had the Dallas Cowboys schedule last week, so I mean,
I mean, for sure the opener against the Giants, and we'll always do we'll have to do a Christmas Day probably. We'll play Christmas Day against the Eagles.
yeah. Well, let's see.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
Let's pull it up real quick, Drew. While we're sitting there talking about it, okay? The schedule is the
I mean,
first game.
I'm thinking about maybe going to that Lions game on New Year's Eve.
Yeah, the
That'd
Lions. The Lions on the 30th. That's the night before New Year's Eve. Remember, that's Saturday, which means you're there for New Year's Eve the next night, which is what that means.
Yeah. Sleep till about
Now
1.
remember the Sunday before. Now let me see. Who are their home games? Okay, their home games are the Giants, the Cardinals, the Patriots, Seattle, Hey, November
that Patriot,
30th.
that we may have to get some Geno's Pizza to go down.
And I might have to go down there.
Yeah, that's on a Thursday night, the 30th, November 30th, right at the week after Thanksgiving.
Short week too.
Yeah.
Short week coming off of.
And also, they have Philly at home December 10th, the following Sunday.
Yeah, that's a big game right there.
That's a huge game. Sunday night. That's a Sunday night game, Drew. I don't know if you can have a party Sunday night at the house, can you?
Yeah.
When kids got to go to school on Monday?
That's what we do.
Oh, is that what?
They always got to go to school on Mondays. They might be on break by then.
Yeah, well, no, that's December 10th, so they
Real
won't.
Close.
That's a Sunday. It'll be close. But the Seattle is a Thursday night game.
Thursday night.
Yeah, they played the Redskins on Thursday night, Thanksgiving. Then the following Thursday they play against Seattle, and then they.
Well, I'll be in San Diego for the Redskins game, but I'll damn sure be at home for that Geno's Pizza. We may have to order some Geno's Pizza that night.
Oh my God! See,
You
man,
know, we'll
have a little Geno's Pizza contest.
Hey, Ben, you better ask the missus about that. Make sure Kai doesn't have anything planned for y'all that day. That's what you need to do.
I'll take off work.
That's what needs to happen on that. But that'll be a lot of fun for that game. I tell you what, that's gonna be fun. So you're gonna have the Giants at home, Drew. That's gonna be a Sunday afternoon.
Sure.
So that'll be a Sunday afternoon opening game. New England on October 1st. And I can't believe my birthday weekend they're playing at San Francisco, the Niners. They usually on OU Texas weekend, they always have a home game.
I know.
Yeah, it seems like they always do.
Last 2 years, they haven't had a Dallas home game the day after OU Texas. I've looked at it. We thought about going both times and just going down watching OU Texas on TV and then catching the Cowboys game the next day.
Yeah, see, that's what I've done. I've never gone to the OU game, OU Texas. I won't ever do that. But going to the Cowboys game on that Sunday is always a fun thing because first of all, you're hungover. And you always stay, like we stay with Terry Miller always stays at the Fairmont, and they just give you, they have the bus that takes you over there to the game and picks you up.
There.
So, that's always a fun trip.
Look into that. See, maybe going to that. Maybe going to that Geno's Pizza game. See if I can get a room at Lowe's and see what happens.
Well, you better book that bad boy early because you already know. You already know that's gonna be it's gonna be a crazy weekend. So you got to book that early. I don't think that's gonna help on the rates, but it's still gonna be crazy.
No,
I believe. I still think it's gonna be crazy. By the way, did whatever happened with the Escalade with the dude who messed up the undercarriage? Did you get Did anybody admit to messing that up?
We're still talking. We're still dealing with that, Matt.
Are you really?
I mean, as we speak, we're finding
still under
active
investigation.
I'm waiting for some TMZ pictures to show up. This damn thing being high centered on a boulder somewhere.
Active investigation. We're on it.
There is still an active investigation going on. We're just waiting for someone to slip. We've got investigators in the field monitoring.
Yeah, because
find out.
Yeah, because I don't know. We're probably not going to do a show Friday. I'm heading to see Little Man this weekend. Finally, get to hang out with him on Friday and Saturday. So that's going to be a good deal seeing him. I haven't seen him since his birthday.
So
very nice.
Are we thinking that this year's NBA Finals, if the Heat close Boston out tonight, which I think they will, do we think that it will be the least watched NBA Finals ever? Because they're going to have a 9-day break. People are going to forget about basketball.
I don't know. Why are they doing that? Because I guess they had it planned out that they were going to go 7 games.
Yeah, that's the same thing with hockey right now too. They're doing.
I know I'm
too.
going to forget about it, and 9 days later, then you're going to ask me to ramp back up and care about the Heat and the Heat and the Grit or the damn Nuggets.
What they're going to have to do, they've got to hope Boston wins.
The Nuggets.
They've got to hope Boston wins.
Yeah, the Nuggets are minus 270 favorites to win right now over over the other two teams.
Give me the Heat plus 270.
Yeah,
that's foul money right there.
Yeah, so I think the Heat are right around the Heat were right around plus 185 to win, and Nuggets are minus 270, and then I saw the Celtics
worry about
plus 1,000.
Adebayo getting in foul trouble with Joker. That's a big hiccup, but we'll see.
Yep. Hey, well, what do y'all think about Kenny Pickett? saying that he has no hard feelings.
I think that Ben Roethlisberger is jealous.
I did. I think that was just a big mistake.
Well, Kenny Pickett said he had no hard feelings. What else is he going to say? What else is he going to say?
Was Roethlisberger drunk when he said that?
No, he was not.
I don't think he drinks anymore.
I don't think he drinks anymore either.
Pain pills.
I don't think he does anything. I don't think he does anything anymore after what happened the last time he did all that. I think that.
Yeah, he's always had a loose lip though. If you go back to a bunch, he's always just said shit and everybody like out of hand. Everybody's like, "What are you doing? Come on!"
Yeah, but how do you say that you are a Steelers guy? You are probably behind Terry Bradshaw, the greatest Steeler quarterback of all time, and you say you don't want the quarterback to succeed, so your team doesn't win. I mean, who says that? Who says that?
That was just not a prime thing to say right there. I mean,
no,
especially like because the Steelers organization is usually like they're a big family. Like they keep everybody around. You always see like the guys around. Like everybody that like if you like play there for more than about 5 years, usually you build a home there and you have a family there, and you're always around the place. And like all the guys, like they don't change their front office very often. Their coaches are the damn same every year.
How about
them?
Like all that
stuff.
But
so
how about them draft? How about them drafting Joey Porter Jr.? How about that?
That's awesome.
How about that?
Yeah.
Like, that's awesome.
Because
you know what you're going to get.
What did you say, Drew?
Yeah, Joey Porter Jr. is a beast.
He's a beast. His dad was a beast. But, how about them drafting him and going, oh, he's available? Okay. And, Mike Tomlin talked about that, talked about how, he's known him since he was little and, watched him grow up. And, here he is getting a chance to draft him. And it's that, because I'm sure they didn't think he was going to be around. There's no way they didn't think he'd be around in the second round.
Oh, yeah. I think that's a big deal, too. Coming from a different, second generation, that what they are usually going to expect. Not all the time, but for the most part, it seems like a lot of these kids that are coming up that are second generation seem to have a great work ethic.
But you know what, though, Ben? But you grow up as a Steeler fan. Your dad plays for Steelers. You're a Steeler fan.
That's so cool.
You know what I'm saying? So cool. Kenny Pickett, same thing. You grow up in there, and Pittsburgh, and you're a Steeler fan, and
can't beat it.
You get to be there. So that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. And then, Bronny, like Drew and I talked about, dude, LeBron is standing around. I mean, he's looking old right in front of us. He really is. He's aging right in front of us. And everybody's like, he needs to play, 30 minutes and he needs to cut back on his games. Really? Why?
The first time you looked in the mirror and saw that head, the hairline receding, all that stuff. It's like we've been seeing this for a few years now. You're just now noticing.
Yeah, he's slowly aging right in front of us, man.
Slowly
deteriorating.
It happens. Father Time's undefeated, my friend. Like there's nothing you can do about it.
It is 100%. There's no question about that. It is 100%.
Got to learn how to be more efficient.
You mean score 31 in the second half instead of the first half? The Lakers probably would have won.
No, I mean just make sure that the whole team does a little bit better. If you're going to lead them all, make sure that you do your job. If you're going to be the general, be the general.
Or shoot a wide open three when they give it to you with 4 seconds left.
Wide open.
Yeah, or like jump down.
But you know what though? If he'd have shot it, everybody would have said. But you know what, Drew? They the first thing. Why'd they shot it?
I would not have because he was so wide open. And they were just begging him to shoot it.
Or pull in.
Yeah.
And shoot a mid-range.
Jump in about 4 feet.
Take a couple dribbles and pull up, shoot a mid-range. But, once again, LeBron does not have a go-to move. But when Joker hit the one-legged fadeaway, back foot fade.
And you know what? And I'm glad you brought that up because that sure looked like that was really close to a walk.
He walked.
Really
he did walk. He walked.
Yeah.
At the beginning of the play, he walked. No doubt.
And it's hard to tell because he lumbers around and still, it's like
but
really hard to tell.
How about on that rebound though, Ben and Drew, when Jamal Murray got that rebound and stepped out of bounds and then passed the ball.
Out of bounds. Yeah.
The referee looking right at it. You can see his eyes. He's looking right down at his feet, and he was on the ground with ball in hand.
The officiating in that series was less than desirable.
But the thing I liked about it was old school. It was like, shut up, don't cry, play. That I liked.
Yeah, I liked it because they kept it consistent.
Yeah, they let them play. There wasn't no doubt. There wasn't no, they're over there begging for calls. I'm like, hey, dude, clearly you played basketball long enough to know they're not going to call it.
Yeah, and I did it. I mean, I would have liked, obviously, that overtime shot over LeBron to tie it up. That would have been great just for the sport. That would have been awesome. And, obviously for the over and all that other things. But Like just the fact that they still didn't call it with the last second with the with the quote unquote goat going up for the last shot to tie it up. They still didn't call it. I was happy they just stayed consistent.
Yeah, I'm with you, dude. To me, I'm just like, you know what, whatever. The bottom line is he doesn't have a go-to move. Jason Tatum doesn't know how to split the double team, and he doesn't have a go-to move either.
Oh man, he freaks.
But I can't believe he's been in the league 7 years already, and he's only 25. That's crazy.
Good for him.
Talking about Jason Tatum.
Talking about Jason
Tatum. I mean, that's a long time to be in the league.
2 more max contracts.
Yeah, he's gonna get us another max. There's no, but of course I'm gonna pay him too, aren't you, Drew?
Yes.
You have to.
Yeah, you got to. I mean, there's no question about that, whether you're gonna pay him or not. Now the question is, do you trade Jaylen Brown?
I think he wants to be gone. I mean,
well, you tried to trade him the last 2 years.
Yeah.
I mean, haven't they tried to trade him the last 2 years?
Yep.
That's a tough one.
Is that a tough one, Ben? You'd keep him?
Oh, I mean,
Matt, are you seeing all these rumors with Trey?
Yes.
Going to the Lakers?
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, the stats when they were showing me his shooting 3-point stats and how low it was, I didn't know it was that bad.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty
Let's
bad.
go play with Reeves.
If you're gonna play Trey more, you're gonna play Reeves. You got to because you're paying him.
I
know I'm saying O2 you guys there, but on the serious tip though, Ben, Reeves' playing time would go down. If Kyrie comes in, Reeves' playing is gonna go down to where he should be. He should be off the bench. 18, 15,
if I was
18
a GM of a team, I couldn't take Kyrie unless I got him for nothing, almost. Like, unless some team was just like, which I don't know. I think he's a great talent. I just couldn't deal with the poison that comes with him.
Yeah, but he controls that, doesn't he, Drew? With LeBron.
Yep. Well, hey, so I don't know if you caught Cowherd today, but they were talking about Poole and Reeves, and they were saying, would you rather pay Poole $31 million a year and have him on your team, or would you rather have Reeves at $17.5 million a year on your team?
Ooh. Shoot. That'll get you a good. That'll get you That'll give you a decent dent in the wing defender. At 14.
I would take Jordan Poole.
Yeah,
I'd take Jordan Poole.
It's a tough decision. I mean,
I had to think about it.
Yeah,
I had to think about it, but I would take Jordan Poole. The reason why
did you guys catch the gone fishing with Poole? Where Draymond slaps him and he falls off the boat?
Yes.
I hadn't seen that.
Yeah, that was
That's so good.
They are so
Google
rude.
It's great.
Oh,
Tonight
man.
will be even funnier when they do the Lakers.
It's
gonna be good.
It's gonna be good. They are brutal, man. They are brutal. But it's like Draymond said. He knows
pretty funny. They're all on the boat. Draymond slaps him and Poole falls off the boat.
But you make fun of it now. But when that happened, I told everybody, "Hey, dude, y'all high if y'all think that didn't matter. That mattered. Yep. That mattered.
Oh,
100%.
And I don't care. They
Still
can.
Does.
You know what they can say?
That's why I don't think Draymond will be there next year.
Well, you got to make a decision. The whole thing with me is, Colin Cowherd's talking about Draymond. You got to keep him and all that nonsense. The deal is this: he's got 2 more years, 1 really good year, maybe. After that, you got to pull the Band-Aid off now. If you don't, like the Thunder, what did they do? They just got rid of everybody. They pulled the Band-Aid off and said, "Okay, we're just gonna do this." What did what's that guy Danny Ainge for Utah? Hey, we're pulling the Band-Aid off. Look, we're gonna go young. We're gonna pull the Band-Aid off. We're just, hey, look, this is what we're gonna do. We're just gonna get better and get some draft picks. That's what we're doing.
Yeah, I mean,
yep.
The only time that I've seen that fight ever work was whenever Drew's Blues 2019. I don't know if you remember this. About 40 games before the playoffs, they were 28 wins out of a playoff spot. They had 40 games left, and there was a fist fight at practice. But then they went on like a 16 game win streak. They ended up winning about 32, and they ended up going on to win the cup. So I think that was the only way that could have worked. It didn't turn out the same. I don't think they were reading the
Yeah,
same
but
handbook.
there wasn't a guy walking up to you, you push him away and turn your head like, get off me, man,
these
and
two
you
guys
sucker
got
punch.
after it. There
You
was
sucker
good
punch.
video
That
of
was
them
that
brawling
was
in
a cheap
practice.
sucker punch shot right there.
Oh, that was, yeah.
And
not
I
the same
like,
book.
Colin Cowherd and his guys always telling me, oh, well, Jordan punched Steve Kerr. It wasn't the same.
Nope.
It wasn't even close to the same
No.
thing. It wasn't even close. And Steve Kerr and him even talk about it. It wasn't even.
Steve Kerr probably deserved to get punched too.
Jordan, like
Most
Steve Kerr
likely.
said, Jordan was just Jordan was just testing me, going, are you a punk? Are you gonna step up and play? Are you a little bitch? What are you? That's what he was
Back in
doing.
the mouth.
That's what he was doing. Is like, because back in the day, hey, because Drew will tell you about somebody try to punk you, and you're like, yeah, no, I ain't no punk, man.
I believe it.
I ain't no punk, man. You try, yeah, we gonna fight. We gonna fight. But sucker
But we
punch,
still,
yeah.
him and I'll fight to this day.
You're not gonna let that go, are you? You're not letting that go, are you?
Never.
Oh my God.
We'll go tonight if I see him running around.
Oh my God. Ben, tell him to let it go, Ben.
Like
tell him to let it go.
Geriatric 51-year-olds fighting.
Let it
I'll
go,
get out there,
Drew. Let it go, man.
Canes.
Let that go,
Get
bro.
everybody's canes.
Let it go, Drew. It'll be all right. Drew's like, hell no, I ain't letting that shit go. I ain't letting it go. I am not letting it go.
Prune juice. Keep
All right,
going.
fellas. Hey, let's get the hell out of here. This show is slowly degenerating, so let's get the hell out of here. You guys are outrageous. All right, I appreciate you guys. It's my guy Ben Dillman and
HuskerDrewPicks.com. Go Big Red.
my guy Drew Henthorn, HuskerDrewPicks.com. My guy Ben Dillman, High Stick Harry. Appreciate these guys. Great show today. Thank you guys for coming on. Appreciate y'all.
Cheers, boys. Have a good one.
And for everybody else, I want everybody else to have a fantastic day. I am going to bed. I'm taking some Benadryl, and I'm going to be out. My boy Ace is laying down there right now, crashed out. I just said his name. He looked up at me and went, boom. Dropped his head back down. Like, don't talk to me, man. I'm trying to chill. That being said,